Good morning, everyone. I am officially on a daycare day. That means I can do all of the things today, and I'm going to come on live with a couple of my girlies who are in a variety of programs. Some of them are in Flourish, some of them are in Breakthrough, and I'm just bringing them on so that they can chat a little bit about their experience in coaching, how they decided that they were ready to jump into coaching, and the difference in their business that it's made. Because no matter where you are in your business journey, it can feel daunting to make an investment, and that is so normal. Investing in your business is not something that we need to take lightly, and it's just something that you want to feel really, really comfortable about. And sense for the kinds of people and the phases that they're in business, and it's going to be great. So let me go ahead and bring them on. Okay, amazing. Okay, invited. Hi, Taryn. Good morning. Hi, Devin.
Hello.
Oh, welcome. So fun. We can all fit. Love it. Whoa, someone's beeping. This was like so random. I posted in our channel this morning just saying, who can come live with me? Zero warning. Everyone to come and gonna chat. So I think we'll just go round table so that we're not waiting to talk or talking over each other. But really, I would just love to know from each of you, how did you decide that you were quote unquote ready to invest in your business, and what's the biggest change for you? So Taryn, since you were the star of my Instagram reel this morning, why don't you go first?
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Taryn. I have been a longtime follower of Mariah for like years.
Oh, she's gone.
Did we lose her?
All of a sudden, it was like, Taryn's unable to join. Especially, while Taryn figures it out, Brenda, why don't you go? Because I know you have to head out soon.
Okay. So I'm a bookkeeper for women in business, and I felt like I was ready to invest in my business because I was stuck and not enjoying it. And Mariah has really helped me to find the pieces of my business that I do enjoy and where I want it to grow.
Yeah, it's so exciting. And that's a great point, actually. Like when you're feeling like you know there's something there, but you can't quite get to it yet, having someone else who is going to become like deeply invested in your business and then be able to help you through that is so powerful. So I'm just so excited that I was able to help you do that.
I am too.
Yeah. Devin, what about you?
So mine is similar to Taryn. I followed Mariah during like your teaching and like TPT time. And similar to Brenna, I was like kind of stuck. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew what I wanted to do. So I helped teachers with growing and starting their TPT store, also while working full time. And so I knew I had like a passion to do this. I just didn't know where to go with it. And I think we spoke maybe for 5 minutes in like a chat, and I was like, okay, let's do this. Like it made sense. And within 5 minutes, you already gave me like so much clarity. And I thought, the investment makes sense because in the long run, it's going to pay off instead of me, wasting so much time trying to figure it out by myself.
Yeah, you are definitely a driver buyer. It's so interesting because when you popped up in my chat, I literally was like, who is this person? Like, we'd never talked before. And then, like, 10 minutes later, she was coming in to Mastermind. Whereas with Brenna, you'd been in Grow for a while. Like, we'd been doing a bunch of different programs together. And then you went into Mastermind. And then Taryn is different because she's known me for like years. And I was like low key business coaching her before I was a business coach. So everyone comes in at kind of different spots, which is just so fun. And yeah, I don't know. I just love it so much. So I have loved working with you guys. And I think it's amazing to see how much of a difference in yourselves and in your confidence and in your kind of like excitement for your business has been. So if someone's listening and they are feeling on the fence about whether or not they want to work with not only me, but anyone, what would you tell them about how to figure out and decide for themselves if this is the right time for them to invest in their business? Devin, do you want to
Sure.
go?
I think just like reflecting, like looking at where you've been, like if they have a business and they can see like, okay, where have I gone in the last 3 months? And if they're kind of still in the same like phase, then they should probably, reach out to someone that they think would be a good fit. And I think it's important too to know that you have that good fit with your coach, because if we didn't get along, this would be really awkward. So I think like there has to be, you need the support, but you need to have support that understands you and like where you're coming from. And I think that was like, in the chat, we just clicked like instantly. We had a lot in common, and yeah, so just, and like we were talking last night, and it doesn't seem in the moment like, oh, like have I like grown, but really like from July to now, like I've made leaps and bounds. My vision is clear. I think I have all these great ideas, and you're like, do you really want to do that? And you just like talk sense into me that I need. And so if somebody's kind of in that like realm of their business where they're not really seeing leaps and bounds, and I think they definitely need to look into it.
I love that. What about you, Brenna?
Similar. I think if you're not making the progress that you want to make, or it could be so much more, but you don't know what to do to get to the next level, having somebody that can give you ideas and walk you through what makes sense for you. Like Devin said, not every idea you have is actually going to be a good fit, and someone to help point that out to you is really great. And just to bring in the expertise of different skills, not different skills, like systems that you could implement in your business that they've seen be successful, like just to help you get to the next level.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that the knowing it's a good fit is really important. And that's why I don't think you should ever be embarrassed to ask questions, get to know someone, go through their content. Just make sure that they are a good personality match for you and that they have the skills to kind of back it up. I know like Devin's always saying like, sorry for asking all these questions. I'm like, literally stop. This is the point. You're supposed to ask me hundreds of questions. Like that's how you get the most out of your coaching. So I'm all for it. Ask me all the questions before, during, after, at all of the times. Okay, I think Taryn is like, can you see her? She's like frozen in my screen. Is she on your screen? No? Okay. She's just frozen for me. But if you guys hop out, then I can bring Charlie and Sarah in. So thank you for sharing your time with us, and I'll see you.
Thanks.
Bye.
I don't know what's happening, says Taryn. Yeah, honestly, me neither. On my screen, I just like see you in the corner. So I don't know. I'll invite you again and we'll see if it lets you come on.
There we go.
Let's see what happens. Okay, now I can bring in some more people. So, hey, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Where are you right now?
I'm in my tutoring studio right now.
It's so nice.
I do love it in here. Like I could live in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So beautiful. So Sarah is in my breakthrough program. So we have some one-to-one calls, and then she also comes to the group calls as well. But Sarah, you and Charlie both actually started in the Flourish Mastermind, and then after a few months decided it was time to go a little bit deeper and add in a little bit more. So how did you know, first of all, that you were going to jump into a mastermind in the first place, and then second of all, that you were ready to move up?
Yeah, I don't even think it was something I was purposely seeking out, but I definitely reached a point in my business where I'm like, I've plateaued with what I personally can do, like my level of knowledge as far as a business, my just time that I have, like I just knew I needed help. So I was like, if I really want to grow this, like if I want these ideas in my head to become reality, I cannot do this alone anymore. And I need someone who is a good fit for me, but also has like that experience to help me, move ahead and grow this business. So yeah, I had really plateaued and I needed help. And you were there.
The plateau is so real, especially when you're in so deep and you're just like going through the motions every single day. And it can be really hard to work on your business when you're so busy working in your business. And I think that's been a big thing with you and I, is I'll be pointing things out and you're like, yeah, why am I not doing that? And then we go and do it. So
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're so in it, like you said, you're not seeing outside the box because you're just like you're busy and you're in it. And I needed another perspective. Yeah.
yeah, I love that. And you are making so many big changes, even in terms of the limits you are putting on yourself. Like, oh, I don't want to, serve that particular group of people. And now, then you're like, wait, actually, that's a great potential avenue for me. So we're just opening up more doors.
Yeah. It's so funny how there were certain things in my mind that I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. And then you kind of pushed me to try it a little bit, and I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, I actually really like that.
This is actually a really great idea. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, what would you say to someone who is trying to figure out what kind of program they want to go in, whether it's self-directed, whether it's a more intensive one, whether it's a mastermind? How do you decide?
You come outside.
For me, like I had done other coaching programs like when I first started my business, and that was good like when I was just starting. I was trying to just sort through like what do I want to do, my branding, how do I want to show up. So like a self-paced online course was a good starting point for me, but like I said, that took me so far. And then I needed a much more personal approach. So I think when you've got a business kind of semi-formed, but you kind of know when you reach your own limit. So that's when I knew I needed like personal expert one-on-one, much more intense support, because it's really easy to start a online program and then when you're not being held accountable by anybody else, like for me, it just kind of fizzles out. But with this kind of a program where there's weekly meetings and we get our one-on-ones, like that accountability was huge for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. It gets to the point where you've forgotten about all of the things you've signed up for free
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Are to bid off.
Yeah.
Totally agree. All right, Terry, you're back.
I'm
Sarah,
back.
thanks for pop off and enjoy the rest of
Yeah. I'm going to have to pop off because I've got a herd of kids coming in
it.
2 minutes.
Ooh, have fun.
So
Lovely to see you.
exciting. Bye.
So,
How do I leave?
We're all grandmas
I'll
here.
hit the X.
yeah, X.
Okay.
X is usually a good indicator.
All right. That should work. Bye.
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 So Taryn is one of my pivot queens. She started in one business, was dragging her feet forever, eventually admitted that she had a whole other dream, and now we've really been focusing and honing in on growing this new dream. So for you, Taryn, I feel like it was like a no-brainer when you jumped into coaching, but you and I are similar in that you do a lot of like pre-thinking and decision in your head, and then it seems impulsive, but it's really quite calculated.
Yeah, like hit the nail
Yeah.
on the head. And it's annoying to the people in my life because they're like, what are you talking about? You're going to start a cooking school? I'm like, yeah, I've been thinking about it for like 10 years. And they're like, pardon
Yeah.
me, what are you talking about? So yeah, I had been following Mariah for a very long time through her whole teacher journey. I'm also a teacher and on a teacher journey myself. And I just felt like a kindred spirit to you. And that I was like, why can't I do it? Like, what am I missing? What is that piece that I'm missing? And the piece that I was missing was like friendship and connection. And I didn't know anyone in my life who was an entrepreneur our age, and joining all of your programs, like the biggest impact for me is really other people. Sorry, my baby's learning to walk outside. Is other people like doing the work, that same work that you're doing. So you don't ever feel like you're by yourself
Yeah.
home, especially with a baby or babies. And so that's been the biggest thing for me, as well as the weekly check-ins. Uh, We've joked recently that like the teacher's pet in a lot of us, I think, as your ideal customers, clients. I think we all kind of have a little bit of teacher's pet in us, and having the weekly accountability and daily and seeing other people like making moves, you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't made the move yet for this week. And then you have like this, I think, necessary pressure when you're ready to be in a program that's different than the pressure in a course, because you're just Yeah, exactly.
You get
You're
Yep.
just trying to do it by yourself, and it's just like not always possible. And financially, it's a really big decision.
Yeah.
But in your heart of hearts, knowing that like everything that everybody else said is that like there's only so much you can do on your own by watching somebody else, and then not knowing what to do with your time. If you only have an hour, you only have nap time, really changes when you have somebody telling you what's right for your business that you trust, and you're not going down a Google rabbit hole at 8 o'clock at night every night and then getting nothing done.
Yeah.
So, and not moving forward.
I think this whole like being in the room
Mhm.
with other women who are inspiring you, it's so different than when you're not in
Mhm.
it. Like when you're on the outside and you're looking in, and it's more imposter syndrome and like comparing in a
Yeah.
negative way. But
Yeah.
when you're in the group, it's like just motivating and support because everyone's on. It's such an amazing group, and no matter what the win is, like you did work on the weekend or you got a new client,
Mhm.
everyone is so encouraging that it's just a completely different feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this and everyone else is. It's like, oh, everyone else is doing this. I can and should do it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally love it. And I'm so excited to see. It's so funny with Karen. We, like I mentioned at the beginning, she was really like dragging her feet in her first business. And now with her new business, because it's so aligned and exciting to her, she does things so freaking fast. And she's already bringing in so many clients and figuring out her ideal offers and everything is just so exciting. So we love it. Love to see it. Karen's in it for the long haul, already back
Yeah.
again for January.
Yeah.
So I'm just so
I said
excited.
that to a friend who was I talked to yesterday. Oh, Lindsay from In Grow. The other thing with the friendships that you create in Mariah's programs that I really want to highlight is that like you're not only seeing and meeting other women, but you're like Mariah gives opportunities, like you give opportunities to make those friendships. So like having dedicated tasks with like almost like forcing friendship, but like appropriate forcing of friendships. And so like I've made so many really close friends just like I would never have reached out to that person in a group because that's just not my personality. But my personality is to like follow through with the task. And so I was saying last night how with my cooking classes, it doesn't feel rushed because it just feels like it's going to be there forever
Yeah.
in like the most comforting way. And that has a large part to do with like knowing what I'm doing, but also like the dream is there and it's doing its dreaming
Yeah.
and action at the same time.
And it's like seeing it as your purpose, your career versus something that you're doing right now to try and
Make
whatever.
money.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
such a different experience.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I'm gonna can you boot yourself
Yeah.
on?
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, Taryn. See you in Slack. Okay, Charlie, I know you've been trying to come on like so many times and it keeps telling me that you can't. So we'll just try one more time and we'll see what it says. Charlie is another one of my girls who was originally in Flourish. She was in the mastermind. And then we got to a certain point where she knew she wanted to scale faster and bigger. And so then she actually came into Breakthrough, which is the one-to-one version. And oh, it's letting me, I think, accept. Ugh, no, it says unable to join. I don't know what's happening. So she did a huge pivot recently, and life circumstances put her into her pivot a little bit faster. And if you caught the podcast earlier this week, you will know what I'm talking about. But Charlie and I actually this weekend are going on a VIP weekend. I'm so excited. In Breakthrough, one of the things that's included is a VIP day where if you are within like a driving radius of me up to like 6-7 hours, I come to you and we spend the entire day working on your business. So I'll be going to Ottawa this weekend to hang out with Charlie. We're mapping out a big launch, her offers, all of that. It's going to be so amazing. Yeah, she's so excited. I'm so excited too. Like, it's going to be the best. I love talking about business. I love working with other entrepreneurs. So going in person when we do so much virtual is going to be the best. Okay, keep clicking accept and it's like not happy. I wonder if you're like not in a good Wi-Fi area, Charlie. Who can be sure? Just keep saying you're unable to join. So don't know. But I'll end it here because we've already been on for a little bit, and Charlie, I'll try and go. Well, we're gonna go live together this weekend anyway, so it's fine. We'll be together. We can do a fancy live there. But yeah, if you have any questions at all about coaching, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can message any of the girls; they'd be happy to talk to you about it. And just know that whenever you're ready to invest in your business, it's going to be a completely personal decision. And it's not going to be something that is like, okay, yeah, I've hit a certain threshold. I have reached a certain milestone. I have made a certain amount of money. Like, these are not the things, there's no indicators like that. It's really a personal decision about your level of comfort with the person you're thinking of investing in and your decision about what you're willing to do. Because at the end of the day, you can figure out a lot of things on your own, but it's going to take you a lot longer and it's going to be a lot more stressful compared to investing in someone that you trust and really want to work with and can see your growth with. Taryn says I had to close out Instagram a bunch of times. I don't know. I thought it was going to let me there because it looked good for a second, but it's mad at me. Okay, I'll invite you one more time and let's see what happens. Invited. I'll accept you. You're invited. I accept. But it's like so mad at me. Okay, now you're on again. Let's see if it lets you. Come on, Instagram. You can do it. We believe in you. Accept. No. I don't know, Charlie. I'm about to give up. But we'll go live this weekend and we can chat. So yeah, everyone have a wonderful rest of your morning. I'm gonna go finish up a new freebie that I have for everyone. Super excited about it. And yeah, DM's open. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. You know where I am.